We are officially out of the cup, so now we only have the league to play. Let's not screw this up. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sampdoria Save, episode 5. In the last episode, we played our first game of the season against Cosenza for the Italian Cup, and we ended up losing 1-0. So now we only have our league to play, and our first round was going to be against Reggiana. Also in the last episode, we were able to sign 2 players. We signed Blessa, that is the attacking midfielder, and also Daniele Verde for the right wing. So hopefully they will be able to help us out in this league so we can finish up top. Now, before we go into the match, I just want to give a quick reminder of how the board see our goals for the season. So they want us to finish on the top half of the league, and they also want us to be competitive in the Italian Cup, which apparently we passed, even though losing in the first round. I take it. So now we only have to focus on the record, a Serie B top half finish. So not even the pressure to promotion, just try to finish top half. Also, since last time, I made some changes on our tactics, mostly because of the result we had on the cup. And we also finalized the sale of Yepes to Napoli, but as you guys saw in last episode, they loaned him back to us. So we got him back for a loan. So he will be with us until the end of the season. For the changes on our tactics, I just put the players. I decided to use Stankovic over Ravaglia, but Stankovic did got injured and will be out for 2 to 4 weeks. And we also have Facundo Gonzalez hurt as well. But this is the team that I'm starting the season with. I'm keeping De Luca as a striker, even though I put Verdi over Esposito. But we'll see how that's going to play out during the league. And I also made some changes in deeper tactics. I put the team fairly narrow. I set the team to overlap through the wings. I changed the tempo. Instead of slightly low, I set slightly higher. And we are also not working into the ball anymore, into the box anymore. As for in transition, I didn't change much. I just added the distribution to our fullbacks. And for out of possession, I didn't change much. Just keep it the way it is. High press, a higher defensive line, triggering press more often, and also prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So hopefully with those little tweaks on tactics, with Verdi coming in, we are going to be able to do a better job in the league than we were able to do in the cup. So even though the board doesn't say that promotion is the goal, I do want to keep that in mind because I do think the team is still able to get promoted in this league. So taking a look at the table, we see here 2 spots of promotion, first and second place. But I think, yeah. So first 2 get automatically promoted, and then the 3rd to 8th go to play a playoff to see who gets the 3rd spot to get promoted on first division. So I feel like we can finish up top playing against these teams. And I know there are some tough teams here like Como, Brescia, Palermo, Parma. But I think like overall in the league, we have a good team and we can make a good campaign. I just now realized this. We do have 2 points deducted because of financial management. So we already start the league with -2. So that'll be something to work with. And hopefully by the first match, we'll be able to get a win and then already leave these negative points. Now, talking about the matches we have, let's see our schedule and see who do we have at the beginning of the league. We play Reggiana for the first game away, and then we play Ascoli and then Cosenza that eliminated us on the cup. So 3 games I don't particularly think tough ones, especially Ascoli that has been in second division for a while now, even with a passage through third division. And Reggiana that has been back and forth on second division and third division. Okay, so this is going to be our lineup for the start of the league. I did use cautious this time. Last time that I did not follow the suggestion of go cautious in the cup, we ended up losing. So this time I decided just to put cautious mentality. And after all the injuries that we have, I put Facundo Gonzalez on the bench. And our keeper Stankovic is not even going to the bench because he is going to be out for a while. So Havagli is back. And this is the rest of the team. Esposito is on the bench. And we have De Luca starting just because of the amount of goals he scored on preseason. So that's the team that is starting for us. And here we are. Game started. We have the table set up here so we can have a look at while the games go. So let's hope that we do good for ourselves and start the league. We will win. And here we have our first highlight of the game, 33rd minute. And it's Reggiana coming to the attack. We got the ball back, but they still got it. A cross and a header over the goal. Yeah, once again, not a lot of things happening on the game. Not a lot of highlights, even though we have more shots in them, but not actually a real highlight for us. And that was the first half. Not a very eventful first half, to be honest. And clearly, there is still some things that I need to switch on the team, so maybe we can start playing a little bit better. I really did not realize how difficult it was actually going to be coaching Sampdoria in the second division. I thought it was going to be one of those things in FM that, a fallen giant, but in the game, you're still Sampdoria, So you can easily put yourself back up. But I didn't realize that this might be tougher than I thought. Let's see if we can do something because we really need early wins, especially starting with the negative points. So we got Borini with the ball. Switch it to De Pauli. He can shoot. Oh, he hit the post. Just not very good. Just nothing happening at all. And the ref still doesn't end the game. You still have the ball with Giordano. But again, we can't attack. I don't know if it's a tactics problem or the other teams are defending really well. Here we go. Borini, cross it in. De Luca. I swear to God. And yeah. And that was game. Start of the league. 0-0 against Reggiana. Even though we had 13 shots, 3 on target. And not a lot to say. Just a tie. At least it's not a loss. But with this tie, we go to -1 points to start the league instead of -2. Well, and that was the start of our journey in the league. We're still down here in the 20th place with -1 points because of our penalty, because of financial management issues. So let's see where this goes because hopefully get better, but we had the same problems we had before in the game against Cosenza in the cup, where it was not very eventful, not a lot of highlights, not a lot of big chances for us. And then in the end, against Cosenza, we ended up losing. But since we were playing a worse team, which is Reggiana, they didn't have the chances to win the game, but neither did we. And now it's time for our second match of the league. We play Ascoli, then in the first game they tied. So hopefully we can get our first win in the league and start leaving the negative points behind. I'm gonna do this and then fix this later. Opposite instructions, okay. And then for the team selection, I'm not gonna go cautious because I want more attack from the team. I don't want Pasquale on goal. Oh, Havagli. Okay, maybe Pasquale has to be on goal. We have Rahavaglia and Stankovic out. So both of our keepers are out injured. Stojanovic, I'm going to go back with DePauli. Putting Gilardi back with Facundo Gonzalez now. Muhu out. I prefer Giordano. I'm going to keep Yepes and Darbo. Try something different in the middle instead of Askildsen. And instead of Girelli, I'm going to put Verdi again. Give him more rhythm. And then also start Borini as well. But this time, I'm going to keep Esposito here instead of De Luca. Maybe that will make a change in the attack for us. Let's see if there's anyone here. Yes, I want Plaza. I might use him during the game this time. And hopefully, with a balanced mentality, Esposito back on the team, we can play a little bit better towards our first win in the league. And here we are, our first game at home this league as well. Hopefully at home, we can make a good performance in front of our fans and get our first win. But they do come with a 5 on the back. They're going to be very defensive. And here we have the table so far, which is not looking very good for us. So let's see if you already started with a highlight on the first minute. Let's hope it's not us passing the ball back to our center backs until we lose it and give them a counterattack. Borini advancing through the middle. Saveri, he can shoot over the goal. At least we got a chance, a good highlight Friday at the beginning. We got a free kick now. Sposter can cross it. I hope he crosses it. He shoots on the post. And now we're going to get a corner. I'm already liking the team a little bit better with the balanced mentality. Maybe it's just because Ascoli is not that good of a team. Or they're playing more defensive than Reggiana. Let's see, a crossing and nothing happens. But Borini has the rebound. But he lost it. Yeah, it's his pass too again. Let's see if he's good on free kicks. He shot again over the goal. But we're getting close with our chances. It says that De Luca suffered a bruised knee. I'm going to put De Luca in just to be safe with Verde. And here we come. Counterattack. Darbo with the ball. He lost it. Vehi is passed to open to De Luca. We had the space. De Luca. And again, it's over the goal. And we have another chance here. Borini with the ball to Giordano. At least this game we are building more. We are creating more chances. So that's positive. And Darbo is playing way better than Askildsen. Yepes found Esposito. And a goal. Our first goal on the league. Finally, we find someone that can score. I did put Esposito open on the wing and put De Luca back on his natural position as a striker, and automatically he already found space and shot it to goal. And here we come building again. Borini has the ball, decided to pass back to Giordano and found Darbo. Giordano crossing it in. De Luca. Not a bad header, but again, over the goal. And here they are. End of the game. They're going to head in. And it's a goal. You would think that would happen, huh? That is just normal Football Manager right there. 86th minute. I was winning 1-0 with 17 shots. They got a cross. And Bayeye headed to the goal. Probably going to have an automatic chance right after. Maybe to win it. Let's see what we can build here. Esposito. Topali. Maybe he was not offside. He's going to cross it in. They cleared it. Still have the ball. Giordano. Please. Oh. Yeah, it's a penalty. We got a penalty right after they score. Oh, they're checking it. Come on, it's a clear pen. Yeah, penalty awarded. Oh God, please make this a goal. And he will be Esposito again. Esposito and goal. He don't miss a pen. I don't know how many penalties he already kicked it for us, but he never missed one. But there it is, 2-1. Right after we suffered our goal, we got a pen and Esposito put the ball right at the net once again. And there it is. Finally, the game is over. No more chances for them. We win our first game in the league, our first game in the official season. 2-1 over Ascoli after 19 shots for us and 4 for them. We still had a very difficult time to win it. Well, and that's how the table looks after our first 2 games in the league. We are 13th with 2 points after 1 win and 1 tie. So, not a bad start. We started with -2, so technically we would have 4 by now, so it would have put us all the way to the top, but because of our punishment of financial management, we started with -2, which now put us in 13th. Which is not a bad start. We are still building the team up. Probably still looking at some players that might arrive, but obviously some things need to change. But that's where I'm gonna end the episode for today. Next time we will be facing Cosenza once again, maybe a revenge match after what they did to us in the cup. And if you're enjoying the saving so far, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm the Virtual Gaffer, and I'll catch you next time.